Team Kill Podcast. Intentional Strays.
Oh, what is up, everybody? My name is Killing Street 37.
And my name is Silencer.
And this is the Team Kill Podcast, episode 49. We're very close to that, 50. We're a few episodes behind because I keep making plans.
Little 50 sounds like, fitting a little your age type.
Headshot.
I don't know. I might look 50, you know what I'm saying? I have a full beard and I'm bald, but I'm very young, okay? I'm like 30 something years away from being 50, okay? Silencer, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and go give off my weekend because I had a lot of things happen to me this past couple weekends. Okay?
Oh, yeah?
A lot of things happened, to your boy since the last podcast, okay?
All right. Sounds like interesting.
Let's go ahead and start off with the first embarrassing thing that happened to me. Well, almost happened to me. Me and you were playing GTA, right? We're having fun. We were having the best time. I was recording. Unfortunately for me, I have to use my Elgato to capture the video, and I have to use Streamlabs to capture the audio, right? Because my Elgato capture is being a little weird, right? I'm testing it out right now, but before I got in touch with Elgato, my game capture, which is not displaying audio,
Yeah.
Me and you were playing for about 2-3 hours. Had a great time, It almost even felt like you didn't want to get off of GTA when we were playing,
Time fucking passes by quick.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta hop off. And then me and you got into like a gun match and started killing each other, So I go to end the recording, right? Doesn't say it's recording. So my idiot self was like, damn, didn't hit the record button. Just got video. Oh, well, tough luck. Maybe I can get a few little sound bites here and there. Because we didn't really get that much footage. We did a couple races because it's a tuner DLC. And we were just getting a bunch of races in, right?
Yeah.
So I look at the Streamlabs again, and this tab has comments. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is there comments on this? I look at the bottom right. It says, end stream. Don't you know? I was bare. Like, I didn't have a shirt on, I didn't have a shirt. I didn't have a hat. I was looking terrible. I was relaxed. I was just recording.
Fucking chilling, yeah.
I was streaming for 3 hours. Luckily for me, very, very luckily, I have a certain panel that doesn't have the webcam. It doesn't have nothing that it can show me on video. So, and I didn't even have my audio, And, I had to end the stream. I was so embarrassed. Comments were like, what are you playing, LOL? And, I was streaming for 3 hours. That's half the embarrassing part. The other half of the part is that the next day, my email was just littered with copyright claims of every single GTA song that just played on the radio. And, your boy had to take down the stream, luckily. I didn't get a copyright strike, but, man, that would have been the one. That would have been the one to get my first one.
Yeah, I remember you fucking showed me that picture after.
Oh, my.
I was like, damn, what the hell?
It was terrible. It was terrible. So, halfway avoided that one, right? Cool.
Yeah.
The next day, okay, I have a very unorthodox way of putting on my underwear. It might be TMI, but ladies and gentlemen, here we go, okay? I like to put on socks, then shoes, then my underwear. My feet feel a little swollen. They don't really like the carpet right now. So that's how I put on my underwear, right? I've been doing it for the past. That's been the process for about 9 months, right? It's been the process, It always felt good just to put your shoes on first, and then like you would never lose your balance, okay? While you're putting on the underwear. Now, I truly do not know what happened. Okay, I don't know if my girlfriend tugged my underwear or did something. I lifted up the last foot, right? I believe it was my left foot to put in the left hole, which would have made the underwear complete, right? Just pull them up and then pull on everything else. I felt a very sharp pain in my lower back, and I collapsed. screaming in agony. Did not know what to do with myself. I was in pain, in terrible pain, right?
Yeah.
My girlfriend stood up. What's the matter? Right? I'm just screaming, rolling around on the floor. I threw on my back, putting on underwear. Okay. I know this sounds fake, okay, because it's a podcast and I may, the dramatization of my storytelling might paint a picture that was lighthearted. I legit felt a pain I have never felt before. And this is a person that has sciatica, right?
Oh,
I cannot believe I was scared. I was like, oh my. So I did that, right? So I hurt my back. I'm still getting over it a little bit. I might be on like the last few hours of it actually affected me just a tad, It's a little harder getting in the car,
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was like, well, why did that happen to me, right? That has never happened in the 9 months, 10 months that I've been putting on my underwear like this, right? So my brain starts to think, well, what did you go through these past couple days, And sure enough, I went to go get the COVID vaccination. Well, at least half of it, okay? I'm half vaxxed. I'm getting the Moderna.
Half of it.
Well, I'm getting Moderna. Moderna is 2 shots. So I got 1 shot. I need the other shot. I'm half vaxxed, okay?
Yeah.
So then a part of me was like, what was really in there, that made my back so fucking pussy made or really went down in the lower back, Was it me or was it COVID shot? Was it Moderna? I don't know yet. I don't know yet, guys, okay?
A little skeptical.
Yeah, I decided to get vaccinated, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got COVID. I still can't smell or taste, or I can smell and taste a little bit, I would say it's about 72% from its 0%.
So this is the second time you catch COVID.
Headshot.
Well, technically, yes, because it's a dead version of COVID. I still feel like I have COVID. I'm not gonna lie. I feel weird. I don't feel like my normal self. I feel like tired, like I was with COVID. I fucking burn up hot, crazy at night. They gave me COVID. I don't know if I have COVID. I'm not gonna go get tested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is funny because I went out to a WWE event. So Super Show was a house show event. We went to this. It's called Ball Arena. It's like the Pepsi Center for people that live in Colorado. It's where our basketball team plays. I went over there. Every seat was damn near sold out. Had the time of my life. Never been around so many people recently, Like, that was like, wow. Like, I thought the movie theater, like, being half packed was a lot of people during these times. Mm-hmm. Well, it was like, man, like, I was like, so, like, damn, bro, like, I can't believe I'm around so many people, like, right now,
But people wearing masks or not?
People were wearing masks, but people were being creative, They were slipping off the mask, they were taking off the mask, pretending they were eating, and you know how people are.
Hell?
Yeah, so I kept my mask on very snug while I was eating stuff. I got to see your boy, your little cousin, bro, Rey Mysterio. You've heard of him.
Yeah.
Got to see him live. He's still doing it. He looks a little out of shape. I'm not one to talk, but his son came into the WWE as well too. And let me tell you something. I've never felt so ashamed to be like Mexican until I saw this fool's son compete in wrestling.
His son?
Yes, this fool's son was getting his ass whooped, right? I don't even know if it's son, okay? I don't even know if it's his son, okay? There was a little story time where they were fighting for his little, his custody rights. Remember that his son always wanted to be in wrestling. Him and Eddie Guerrero were wrestling. Fucking whose son was he? And there were shirts that Eddie Guerrero printed out that says "I'm your papi." So they were like in the last wrestling fight. I don't want to give too much away for people that might not see it, but let me tell you, this guy goes in there. He goes against Roman Reigns and like the Uso brothers or whatever, these fucking trash twin guys that fucking crease the fuck out of Air Forces because they wear them as wrestling shoes.
Yeah.
They're wrestling, kicking this fool's ass. No bullshit. It's at least 15 or 20 minutes of ass whooping, bro. They're whooping the shit out of his son.
Damn.
His son finally tags in Papi and then Rey Mysterio comes and saves the day. Okay.
Trash.
Yeah, other than that, I'm ready to get back into content creating. I hit up Elgato. They're fixing my shit as we speak. Doing the official test run. Okay, I've did a couple videos already. If it survives the podcast, and I think we're back to 100%, and we should be able to start dishing out content. So I'm really excited for that. And
right.
I think one more little thing is, guys, I need to start going back to the gym, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I quit my job, I fell from grace. I'm like maybe like 5 to 6 pounds shy to being the heaviest I've ever been, which would be 1 more pound than what I was before I lost a shit ton of weight. Right?
Yeah.
I need to get back in there, bro. Something I don't know if it's the COVID shit or if it's the shot, but like I just been like, oh man, like I don't want to go, like I don't feel well, but it might be the laziness. Yeah, it might be laziness. So it might just be like that.
I've known a few people that have taken the vaccine and they feel like fucking lazy and like not doing shit for like about a week.
Yeah,
A couple of days.
Perfect. I feel like that too. And it's not like a super strong thing. It's just like I don't really want to do nothing right now,
Yeah.
So hopefully, hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna go hoop up a little bit. I've been trying to add that into the routine. But other than that, just getting back to it, getting back to that grind and getting back into, like at least walking around and getting back into that grind, because unemployment's ending soon, guys. Support the shop, support the channel. And yeah, that's pretty much my weekend. That took forever, but a lot of shit happened these past couple of days.
Everything just stacked up and shit, yeah.
Yeah, how we always laugh and say this, but everything always lands on a Sunday.
Fucking Sunday. Sunday's like the day to end it and fucking start it over again.
Yeah, but it's the day to end it, and it's like, nah, it's like a Monday for me.
Well,
right.
Sounds a little interesting,
How was your weekend? Could we discuss it a little bit? But you left me, you left me puzzled. Okay, so you can start with telling me your weekend, and then what we were discussing earlier.
So in West Philadelphia,
you're an asshole too, by the way. You're an asshole. I was laughing, and my lower back was like hurt.
So let's see. I don't even know where to start. It's been a hectic week for me. Not in a bad way, but in a way where there's gonna be a lot of changes to, just my work.
Right, I did. I heard. I'm really sorry to hear about OnlyFans getting rid of you guys October 1st. Continue.
At least we'll go to what was the other one? Patreon. They'll happily accept us with open arms.
There you go. Memberships coming soon.
So it's gonna be a challenge, but there's a lot of restructuring to be doing within 3 months, and it's either going to flop or it's either going to be a step up from what we're doing now.
Right.
Now, I didn't really get into much because there's a bunch of it's like a fucking big ass octopus where it has a lot of arms, and those arms stretch to a lot of little details that go within the big idea. But the main idea is stop working for customers and be a business to business wholesaler, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So this is going to eliminate the whole shop, like me and you discussed. No more shop. But we will have a sort of facility, such as like a warehouse, to store inventory, and that's it. So we won't be talking, to customers one-on-one anymore, which is going to save a lot of headaches for ones, because I don't want to sound rude, but some fucking customers are stupid.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Come on now.
So,
if you worked in customer service, people are dumb.
Yeah, so that's one fucking stress, and the other one is the labor part. Now, working at the shop, it's I love working on cars at the end of the day, right? Now,
Right.
what gets tiring is fucking raising up the car, dropping the transmission, rebuilding the transmission, putting it back in. So that's the whole process of rebuilding the transmission out of the vehicle. It's easy.
Right.
You just have to have a lot of practice and experience, which we have that. Now, if we didn't have the vehicle and just rebuild it, man, that would make the fucking process so much easier.
Right.
Because we don't have to worry about, the fucking getting the car in, dropping it, the liquids, and, all the bullshit. So it's just basically a faster process, and it's a higher return of investment with less risks.
Yeah.
So that's
And,
the plan.
and our customers.
Yeah, and customers. We don't talk to fucking customers anymore. So it's going to be a B2B, which is business to business. That includes corporations, business like fucking just big corporations and government businesses and stuff,
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to be a lot of stuff to do in my end because of developing all the process and then online and then getting contracts and all this bullshit. So in 3 months, a lot can happen. But then again, it seems so like in 3 months, like fucking in a week, it just feels like it just comes tomorrow and that's it. You're already in a 3-month fucking period.
Right.
So that's what I've been going through this past week, and I've also talked to my lady, and we're gonna go ahead and start funding a new project idea for a new business, which is good, but we still have to work through a lot of stuff, and I'm still juggling my damn creative agency,
Right.
which I had a fucking meeting for a roofing company, and it's getting a little hectic. So it might get to a point where I need to get a little bit more balancing on my time because it's starting to feel like there's not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, and that's when it starts to become a big issue. I already know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's juggling the shop. The main thing for me right now is gonna be the shop, because it's the main one that gives us our income.
Mhm.
Because I also don't want to leave and just fucking dip out on my family and be like, oh yeah, you guys take care of it. So
Don't you wish you could though sometimes?
yeah, but I mean it's something you build together. So it's I don't necessarily just want to dip out of it as well.
Right.
So it's gonna be a process within these couple months to juggle all three, but it's possible. Just gotta cut some loose ends and already talk to them. So during the shop, I'm gonna start developing more of these 3 months to get shit started, and we'll see.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, look, listen, good luck. I don't know. Like, I wish like it's always tough with family businesses, especially like if you can't walk away from it. Because I feel like other people would walk away from it and it wouldn't mean nothing. But I feel like if you would walk away from your shit, it'd be like, what the fuck, why? It'd be like a big bombshell if you left.
Well, it won't be like a big bunch of, because I know I want to focus on my creative agency, and I've talked to them about it, and they don't really care. But like for me, as just being the person I am, I don't want to jump out the ship knowing that with my help, I could make that ship, sail farther and stuff for them.
Right.
So it's just the person in me, because regardless, I still have a stake in that thing. So regardless if we make it big or not, it'll come to a day where I want none of my family members to fucking do labor work.
Right.
So just have employees manage it, and that's it. That's the plan. So with them being in that kind of stuff, they have the mentality of working hard to make a dollar, which is a good mentality, but in these days you have to be smarter than working harder to earn a good living, because working your ass off, every fucking construction worker will be the richest motherfuckers in the world, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not. It's the guy making the simple decisions and
Exactly. He's a contractor.
Yeah, the pencil pushers, like the even the architect. The architect don't even have to lift up a frame.
Yeah, exactly.
A 2x4, like that guy just fucking draws out the shit. It's approved, and then it's the other guys that have to build it, but he gets the credit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I totally 100% understand.
So that's the mentality where we both a little bit separate because I'm in the mentality of building something and hiring people and making them work for. Because that's at the end of the, that's what a business is. You know,
Right.
it's for you to run it instead of working. Otherwise, just go fucking work at a regular job.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's the issue with me that I'm trying to get them to that stage, and yeah, it's slowly it's getting there, but I don't want to just dip out either way because that's one of my major, I mean, one of my biggest income stuff. So
Yeah.
it'll get there, and with patience and time, it'll be good. And plus, this little side thing with my girl is gonna be a little tough, but it should be good. It'll be like if we nail it right, it's gonna be some nice little international type of thing. So,
Ooh, all right.
so
International is your language.
hey, it has to be something with my homeland and other languages.
Coyotes, here we come. Let me find
blacked out
out.
suburban. If you see
Yeah.
a blacked out suburban with me and her, mind your own business.
Sue's gonna have the fucking the little Arctic, the lynx. He's just gonna have the little picture right there on the fucking suburban.
Listen, the branding is give people an opportunity for a better life. That's gonna be the trust.
All right. Well, good luck, sir. We wish you good luck on all your endeavors. Okay.
Endeavors, well, here we come, and yeah, that's about it. I had I saw a fucking quesadilla on a commercial from Qdoba, and well, no, it wasn't a commercial, like a TV commercial. It was an internet ad,
Right.
and I've been seeking out a good quesadilla, but you know what? I tried that one, and I wasn't really impressed with it.
Was it or
So it was not. I was kind of disappointed by the taste.
I was more disappointed in the Chipotle one, for being serious.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not, I wouldn't even consider that as a quesadilla. It's just fucking tortilla with cheese. That's it.
Right.
It's a little half-assed, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I don't know how you feel about, here we go with the Taco Bell. You fucking customize a Taco Bell quesadilla. You can make that shit bomb as fuck.
I mean, I've always said that was like one of the best quesadillas, just because of the sauce they have in there.
Exactly. Now you fucking mix in chicken and steak and put some jalapenos and other shit.
Oh yeah.
That shit slaps with that fucking sauce.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, I've been trying different places of who has the best quesadillas, but so far Taco Bell's been the best one.
Yeah, I used to like the Qdoba, but the one that's by the house, it's like hit or miss. And I thought the quesadillas were good too, but one time they fucked up and they didn't put the chicken and it was just cheese, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, this is terrible."
All fucking bland and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, and if you can't taste, that's the essential bread and cheese. Okay, if you can't taste that and that doesn't have flavor, yeah, it's not up for debate, But customizing Taco Bell though, I've never done that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Get on the app and fucking customize that shit. It's a game changer. It's a fucking game changer.
Yeah, it's funny because me and you are talking about food, and I just said I was gonna fucking try to lose weight.
Well, now you can count your calories in the fucking menu.
Yeah, there you go. I'll do that.
Be like, oh shit, it's a little bit more. Let me fucking remove some items.
It's a little too much. Yeah, I'm not gonna even look into it. Oh man. All right, was that it with your weekend?
Yeah, that's about it, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, you know what
Busy
else?
motherfucker.
You know what else? Gets put on the menu and customize.
What?
You and these fucking jokes I'm about to give you. It's time for a rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Players ready up. 3, 2, 1.
This full silencer bought the mechanic simulator and can't beat it, which brings the question: how is he a successful car mechanic?
Headshot.
It's different, okay?
Yeah. Listeners, easy, intermediate, and then hard. I'm assuming that building transmissions would be hard. I'm just throwing it out there.
Building transmissions is not the same as changing brakes.
Also, I put a little too much sauce on it then. All right.
Headshot.
This one looks like a YouTube meme that never made it and flopped.
Headshot.
Ow. Fucking bastard. All right. Silencer buys skins knowing they're cosmetic and still feels they give him the competitive edge.
Headshot.
Nah, bro.
I get mad.
This skin's pay to win. I can feel it.
And then I die. I get mad. Choose another character.
And then you choose
Headshot.
another character. Oh, shit.
All right. This one has a big beard. You know why?
Why?
To hide those tectonic plates that we call your double chin.
Headshot.
All right, time. That was a good one. That was new. Oh, shit. Time. That was a good
Time
one.
of your life.
Oh, that was so creative. Listen, that was a battle rap bar. Oh, shit. That was so
Do
fucking
you
good.
feel the earth shifting?
I felt it, bro. They're moving as we speak. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Listen, guys, we got a good episode for you today. A lot of shit happened. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. We might not get to it all. But nonetheless, here we go. We're going to start off real quick before we get into one of the topics I really want to talk about. We're going to go into Apex Season 10 review. Okay, this is the first impressions of everything and a few games under your belt. Silencer, how do you feel about the overall season, the map, the new gun, and then also the new legend Seer?
Let's start with the legend.
Perfect.
So, I see a lot of people that say he's OP.
Right.
I see why they say that, but I don't feel like he's OP.
Right.
Now his tactical can easily be avoided because you get a little, hint of when it's gonna hit and where, and you can climb off or just run out of the area.
Mm-hmm.
So easily avoidable. His ultimate, I feel like it needs a more cooldown, but I don't think it's OP just because even if he sees you, doesn't mean he's necessarily gonna fry you. Because I've had a couple of Seers that were tracking me, being Bloodhound, and with Bloodhound's ultimate, I still fried him.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the player and who. Now, if you give fucking Seer to a badass player, okay, of course. But then again, if you give any character to a badass player, they're always good.
Yeah, they make Bangalore look good. Like, that's crazy.
So I think it's not that Seer's OP. Yeah, I feel like every character can be OP in the right hands.
Right.
Now you give Seer, we played with some dumbass Seers, and he was trash.
Yeah, didn't use his tactical, his ultimate.
He was being a dumbass, yeah.
No heartbeat sensor. Yeah, it was just overall terrible.
And at the end of the circle, I feel like Seer should have some kind of you know what? I don't even know, because I feel like it gives him an unfair advantage only at the end circle, because it's so small, so you can see him. It only includes hiding in buildings, because they can see your every move, and you're basically pinned down.
Yeah.
So, but then again, you can always counter that with a good team and fuck them up.
Correct. Yeah.
So I feel like he's a little balanced, but maybe his ultimate needs a little cooldown, a little longer. And overall, for me, it's not my type of character. I never played. I mean, I played a couple, but I feel like I will never play him again.
Right. Yeah. I'm with you there.
Just like I'd rather fucking play Rampart than him, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. Well, Rampart's actually getting the main focus for her is
Fuse.
this month. Yeah.
I'd rather play Fuse than fucking Seer.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not that great. My first impression of Seer is, I'm on the opposite side. It's actually kind of OP. Mainly just the tactical. The flash that it blinds you. I don't like that. Stops what you're doing. It gives you damage. So like it does a few things. It tells you your position.
Yeah.
It tells you what your shield and shit is. It takes 10 damage, and then it blinds you, right?
Yeah.
And then it stops whatever you're doing, which is healing, reviving, putting on shield. It does all that.
Okay.
I don't like that type of stuff. So that's 5 things in a tactical. Okay, it's tactical. That's it. You know, it's like an ultimate. You know, that's the abilities that it has feels like an ultimate.
Okay.
I believe that needs to get nerfed. By the way, everything of him is getting nerfed. I just read the patch notes a few hours
Is it
ago.
really?
Yeah, he's getting nerfed. So
What the fuck?
anything that we're bitching about, especially me, they're removing and they're taking away a few things from him. His ultimate, I don't feel like it's the best. Cooldown, like I said, cooldown is always an important thing. I don't think that they should last forever as they do. They tell you how to avoid it. People still run around. How does he see me, bro?
Yeah.
They tell you to crawl or crouch, you know, walk.
Yeah.
Creep is what I like to call it. And they tell him to do that, and people don't do that shit, and then he gets beamed. Overall, he made the season, especially rank, just unbearable to play. Like, I don't want to play until he gets nerfed, and then we'll play. You know, because everybody left and right's choosing them. And
Yeah.
like you said. If a guy who's good enough can play him, can make him like super powerful, and that's what I've been running into. So I don't really like him, you know. Luckily for us, you know, nerfs are coming for him, and it seems to be more directed towards his tactical. And like you said too, they're increasing the cooldown for his ultimate. So
Okay.
all right. So the map. How do you feel about the map?
I wasn't really impressed by it. It just felt like this little area that they just fucking destroyed and added, but
It
I
made
feel like
rebuilt.
they could have. Yeah, I feel like they could have done way more.
Yeah. Let's see. Was it the climatizer? So basically the whole top right, basically the whole right side of the map, okay? North and south. That whole right side is bare. It's terrible to like play. There's really no point of them removing what they did, because even then, like, it's still bare. It's not perfect, you know. I feel like they you know what it feels like? It doesn't even feel like a new map. It feels like a town takeover.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it felt like for me.
I do feel like they removed a very good part of the map, which was the train yard.
Yeah, train yard and train, just in general. Like they shouldn't have took out the train.
Yeah.
And train yard, I mean, that was the good part of the map.
Yeah.
That was one of the best parts of the map. Like, I mean, fighters galore. Like, me and you've had wars like in the top part, you know?
Fucking crazy shit, yeah.
Crazy shit. And it's just like they made it like run over. It's called landslide now. Like a bunch of shit just all over it. In my opinion, it's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll give it I'm gonna be low and give it a 4 out of 10 for my taste.
Yeah, I would give it I think 4 was a little graceful, but I'm gonna go with the 4 as well. I would have said 3.5, but we'll go with whole numbers. I'll say a 4.
Yeah.
It continues to be the worst map. It continues to be the worst
They
map.
just need to fucking destroy the whole map together.
Yeah, they need to get rid of it. You know, they
Blow
just
up
need to
the
get
whole
rid of
planet.
it. Olympus just came in, and regardless of what people think Olympus as, I think Olympus is like second best map. You know, the first one being Kings Canyon. Kings Canyon is like the best.
That map
the
is
best
always
map.
fun.
Yeah, it's like it's so much different things into different spaces, and even though they got rid of a bunch of stuff, like it still feels like the best map that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something better. I'm assuming a town takeover somewhere down on the right side where it's like Lava City or something. They're just gonna have to fix that shit because it's unbearable like how bad this fucking map is.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's terrible. So then the last one is going to be the Rampage. How do you feel about that gun now?
At first, so here the first instance I used it with somebody. I think it was an Octane that had a Spitfire,
Right.
and I had the Rampage. So here I am with the dumbass, and he fried me. I probably took a good, nice little 3 shots, but I did notice that I took a shitload of health from him.
Right.
So my first impression was like, fuck, this gun needs to be a little bit more, faster. But then I thought to myself, this is the type of gun where you lay back and shoot and hide. Shoot, hide, basically.
Right.
It's not the one to use at close range.
Yeah, definitely not one for an ego challenge either. I wouldn't run up on anybody in
With
open
that
field.
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first impression, which I used it wrong. Now I started using it more and more from high distance with that three sight,
Right.
3x sight, and I've got a couple of downs, and it's a good gun. I like it.
Yeah, it's not for the spray and pray people. It's definitely high accuracy, high risk,
Yeah.
high reward. I would say mid range to long range, it shines the most. Even
Yeah.
with a
I say
thermite,
mid-range.
yeah, mid range even. With the thermite speed upper, it might have potential to go up close, but for hip fire, it's not the gun. It's the gun that it requires accuracy.
Might as well use a
And-
fucking sniper at that point.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, it's even like a little slower than like a G7. I think the G7 has a better fire rate, but I mean that's the whole point of the thermite.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good. I might feel like it's a little too overpowered. Maybe just down the headshot multiplier just a little bit, but other than that, I mean it's perfect speed. It's not too fast, not too slow, and it's really fun to use. It's really fun to use, and if you get your shots right, it just works wonders. It'll shred. Like I said, from mid range, it's incredible. From mid range, it's incredible. I think it's better than the Spitfire mid range.
Yeah.
And close range, it's not the best. And long range, it could do some damage too. You just got to be patient with your shots, and yeah, it'll be good.
But between the long range, if you're in a situation between the long range, personally, I would rather have the 30-30 than
Yeah,
that one
30-30.
because I've had some badass shots with that 30-30
Yeah,
at long range. So it's dope.
yeah. A lot of people are saying that it's not the best gun, and I think people are fucking stupid. They're saying it's like the worst gun, and I'm like, yeah, in your hands, it's
Because
the
they don't know
worst
how to
gun.
use it.
Yeah, like in your hands, it's the worst gun. Any gun.
Yeah.
I too once thought that the wingman was trash. I thought the 30-30 repeater was trash, and then little by little, I started to improve my aim with it, and it started to shred. And now I'm like, it's a little go-to now.
That shit feels good when you hit the shots.
Feels pretty good. I think it
Yeah.
feels pretty good. So I only bring that up this entire season because it seems to be that the meta changed and the competition has been a lot tougher. Am I fair in saying that it's been a lot tougher?
No, you're not. You're not wrong. It's weird how it just completely took a fucking. Like we were playing. I think it was like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago,
Right.
and it was good. Our average games were doing good, but it came to a point. As soon as we fucking land, we die, and there
Yeah.
was no breaking out of that.
Yeah, no, like it was like no chance whatsoever, and it was like it was incredible, like how fast we could die in a game.
Yeah,
And
and
we're getting sent
and,
back.
and listen, you mentioned, I think in one of the two podcasts ago, you were like, you know what? You were comparing, I think to Warzone, and you said that Warzone was harder. Okay.
Right.
Now, in the previous podcast, you said that one of the streamers said that Apex was harder.
Right, NickMerc. Yep, he said that it was harder. I think me and you have actually squashed that. Me and you a few long episodes ago. I said Warzone was harder, and then it was like maybe like a couple months ago. I said, you know what? I take that back. Apex is harder, and I gave a full statement why. And
Yeah.
even though I dabble back and forth, I think there's just different things with. It's easier to lose in Warzone than it is for Apex. I think that's what I need to clarify the most. I think it's more easier to lose in Warzone because you got snipers, you got custom loadouts, and then you got people like just camp and hide.
Get people everywhere, yeah.
Yeah. There's really no advantages you can have over there. Here you have powers, you have weapons, you have metas, game plans, and then the circles, the POIs and stuff could make for interesting matches. And that's something that Warzone lacks. But yeah, NickMerc said that Apex was harder than Warzone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said that. We have beef brewing in the Apex community. Okay. I wish Cuz Lightyear was here because me and him have been talking about this damn near the entire week. Okay.
All right.
Now, since Warzone became Hacker Zone,
Uh-huh.
some of the streamers have came over here, and that's what made the games harder for us, right? Because you had that Call of Duty place.
Yeah.
All the people over there came over here to enjoy our game, right? I don't want to gatekeep, okay? But they came over here to enjoy the game, okay? Now, we have beef brewing between CourageJD and NickMerc. This beef, I believe, has to do with who was going to reach Predator in ranked mode first, right? While these two people were going at it, there was a solo named Timmy who went from solo bronze to Predator in a 54-hour stream. He literally did not go to bed for 54 hours, was playing Apex nonstop, and got to Predator by himself, right? Solo queued, that means that he was going in with two randoms.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations to Timmy. Okay, now, while he was doing that, there was another race brewing to Predator, which was the Warzone streamers, CourageJD, NickMerc, Tim the Tapman, Cloaksy, all those guys that were on Warzone that left, that were on strike, came to Apex.
Yeah.
Okay. CourageJD, I'm going to applaud him now before I take the biggest dump on him. Okay. He came over here. He started that whole movement for people to come over here and play Apex rather than Warzone to encourage them to not get the anti-cheat, right? To push them to get it, right? Now, he tried to make it his sole mission to get to Predator, right? A lot of people thought he was good. He was kind of ass. He wasn't really the best. He was learning, like a lot of people, they were learning, making mistakes left and right. And last season, he got to Masters, right? Well, this season, season 10, he decided to go for Predator, and a race began between him and NickMerc.
Okay.
Well, things got a little chippy the past week when NickMerc was talking about CourageJD and felt that he was getting carried by two of these streamers that were already Predator, right? That were showing him how to play and how to rank up. And a beef started to brew, right? He questioned his skills, said he gave him credit, but he's just a Fortnite caster. That's all he really is, a Warzone caster. Was calling him some disrespectful shit. Okay?
Who, Nick?
NickMerc, yeah. Was anytime that he was brought up, he started to shit on CourageJD, right?
Okay.
Now, they were neck and neck for a little bit. And then, out of nowhere, CourageJD got Masters, right? I don't know how. A lot of people said that he got carried off stream. Somebody might have played for him, a little symphony.
Okay.
Might have played for him. Okay, we're moving on. Okay. Nick then got Masters. While Nick got Masters, Courage was live streaming, right?
Yeah.
And was playing games very passively. Magically, I don't know what happened. He might have read everybody's tweets. He was, for sure he was in the Reddit thread listening to people call him trash, a bot, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
And he finally gets to Predator before NickMerc. 7 assists, 0 kills, gets to Predator. He's the first streamer from that group to come over to from Warzone to Apex to hit Predator, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the beef hits again, okay? He tweets it out, goes on a long ego trip, as you should. You should feel like you earned something. Predator, top 750 Apex Predators in the world.
Yeah.
Okay? NickMerc tweets back. He says, "You were carried, but I still love you." Okay? To which Courage responds, I disagree. I agree to disagree. I was not carried. I just learned from last season that he started to solo queue and got it by himself, right?
Yeah.
And NickMerc has yet, and he's been putting in 17-hour grind streams of Apex, has still not gotten Apex Predator, okay?
Yeah.
Now, this is where things get interesting. Courage starts to, before he goes to sleep, he posts a picture of him sleeping, says, this is the face of a person that fucking defied the odds and took a big shit on everybody and telling people to suck his dick. That said he sucked and shit. So the next day, I'm just giving you the backstory so you can formulate an opinion, okay? In case you didn't, you weren't caught up.
Okay.
The next day, he wakes up and says he saw his first Reddit hate thread from the Apex community saying that people were calling him egotistical, that he's not that great. How did he get this? And then he admitted that he did initially get carried by the two other streamers, but from that point on, he solo queued and became a predator, air quote, by himself. Solo or duo queued. Duo queued means it's two people and then one random. So similar to what me and you do.
Okay.
Now, there's been talks, okay? I'm going to ask you two things, okay? CourageJD. He had two pro streamers that helped him the entire time, all the way up until he got to Masters, which allegedly, once you get to, you cannot drop from that rank, okay? They carried him to there. He admits to it, okay? He gets pred by either solo queuing with two randoms or duo queuing with one random and some other professional streamer, okay? The game that he happened to win to get to Predator, he was duo queuing with another professional streamer. Okay. Should he feel so happy that he got carried up until Masters where he can't get kicked out and then go to Predator?
I feel like he should he should be happy that he reached there, but I don't think he should be all happy because he didn't do it by himself.
Right, like the Timmy guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's the guy that supposedly did the challenge or whatever.
Yeah, the 54-hour solo bronze to Predator. Yeah, congratulations to Timmy.
Yeah, so so that's the guy who carried him, basically, right?
No. Timmy was another streamer that was doing this while they were beefing and trying to get to Predator first. He was playing with TSM, Imperial, and then some other guy. So they were Predator streamers on Apex already.
Okay.
And they were friends with him, and they were just trying to put him on, and this is what happened.
I don't know. It's a weird situation, but then again, like it just, I don't know if it happened. It happened. Why the fuck putting so much energy towards how the fuck he got there?
So it's because of how he reacted. So my professional
He's trying to defend it so much.
He's exactly. He's trying to defend it so much. If he would have NickMerc is very adamant that he's not gonna go away from 72 hours, who is a streamer, Cloaksy, who is also a streamer, and him, or even Tim the Tatman, because they all started together and they're trying to hit Pred, right?
Yeah.
He said, with him, he got carried. He already had two people that were Predator that were helping him win games, and then this fool fucking celebrates a win of Predator, 7 assists, 0 kills,
Yeah.
So that was one of the issues. My real opinion, to be honest with you, if you get me to Masters, which is, I believe it's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, Masters, and then it's Predator, right?
Yeah.
If you get me 5 levels, that's carried.
Yeah.
You were carried. You might have reached it when you got into Masters, but as everybody is watching, they know once you hit masters, you can't drop down as you do like with gold or silver, you know? You can't drop down rank. You're just always going to be a master, and it's always going to be 10,000 RP.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna hit a stride. You're gonna get a bone or two where you win and stuff, right? I felt like they got him to the pinnacle, and all he had to do was jump, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like they carried him. He admitted to being carried, but wants people to forget that part and then just simply focus on the part where he went from masters to pred by himself, okay? And again, that's one level to another level, right? At the highest competition, it's still one level to another level. I cannot look at that and tell you honestly, he got it by himself, you know? With the Timmy guy, it's different, you know? With NickMerc, it's different, you know? Because they're all playing with the same group of friends that don't know how to play the game, that are learning as they're playing.
Yeah.
And I feel like this whole back and forth beef with Courage and Nick is funny because on one hand, you know, he got to it first, but at what cost? You know? At what cost did you try to beat the guy? You tried to beat the guy so much that they helped you. You guys were grinding off stream to beat each other, and then he beats you. He tells you to suck his dick, and you're just like, nah, you got carried. I feel like it's true. He did get carried.
It's like whenever I started playing and you were showing me and we got a win, it's like me saying, yeah, I fucking won my first one, but solo queuing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See, and that's you're understanding it so far. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I feel like this is a deep-rooted beef between 100 Thieves and FaZe, you know? 100 Thieves.
Have they always been beefing these two or what?
No,
Like in the past?
they've played, right? They've played with each other. A lot of people are just speculating that Courage skill level is not, you know where it's at. You know, a lot of people say that he's lucky, that maybe like he initially got his shine during Fortnite, right? And this is pretty much words out of NickMerc's mouth, with a little bit of my interpretation. I'm gonna have to say that he said that, you know, he gives him credit where credit's due, that he was doing good in Fortnite early, but who knows if he would have been able to hang when all the season changes and the meta changes were there, you know? He was only good for a little bit, and then he left and started doing other shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I feel like he said that he was getting carried way before there was actually a race, and then now anytime you bring up his name, they move on, you know. But they played Warzone together. They played, I think, before they even had a race for this. They were doing the Call of Duty event. They were doing the Back for Blood beta demo stuff. Like, they were playing together, and it seems like now, like, they're not going to be playing together anytime soon, you know?
That's wild.
Yeah. So, overall skill-wise, I don't know if you've seen them, okay? But overall skill-wise, 1v1 matchup, they have their ideal loot in Apex, okay? Who would win best out of three? Courage or NickMerc?
I would say I'd put my money on Nick.
Put your money on Nick. I would also put money on Nick. I feel like Courage knows the game more. He has a bigger IQ. However, his skill for shooting is hit or miss, you know? And I think NickMerc, once NickMerc gets IQ of the game, you know, he'll be a beast. You know, maybe this season's not his season. Maybe next season or next ranked split, he might be able to hit something. But right now, he's in a hole. He's been playing for almost 2 weeks, and he's still in that 10,000 RP rank. And every like 5 days, this fool Cuz Lightyear gives me an update and laughs at him. Yeah, so it's a little beef, okay? Brewing. I'm gonna have to see how it ends, but as you can see now, Courage currently has the one up, and I think NickMerc is a little upset that he you know, a little competitive, you know.
Yeah, that's just I don't know. I don't see why he has to try and compete with, you know, with him.
I think people grouped them to compete with each other, and that was the issue. And then once they got grouped up by the fans, they bought into it a little bit, and that's exactly what happened. And then, like I said, you got Courage tweeting out tips, telling people that are bitching and complaining. He has a whole Reddit thread of him just getting shit on, and yeah, he wasn't the happiest camper when he got it. And that's where I feel like he didn't win. You know, nobody should be able to take that from you. You know, if I win a game of Warzone, I'd be happy. You know, and if somebody's comments made me unhappy about the win, that means I didn't put enough into it. You know, I know in the back of my mind I didn't put enough into it. Similar to you, you said if I carried you to a win and it was your first win, you're like, I'm not going to say like, fuck, I won, you know? You didn't feel that way until you started winning the game, getting the last kill, having more kills than me. That's where you started to develop that, you know?
Yeah.
That confidence. So I feel like Courage is 1-0 right now. Who knows what's going to happen? Currently with the anti-cheat, I would hate to see NickMerc leave before he actually gets Apex Predator, but, you know, we'll see, you know. One last question. Do you feel like he's going to be able to get it, or you think that it's not going to happen?
No, I think he'll get it. It's just I think the whole thing in the back of his mind is probably getting in his head.
Yeah, Kerr's going to get first.
Yeah, so it's getting like in his head and making him get unfocused and shit from thinking about that shit too much.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I feel like the moment he decides to let it go and just focus on his stream and playing just the game, I think he'll have a faster chance at reaching it.
Yeah, I think so as well too. I would even say take a break from the offline streams and then just keep trying it again, you know? Because it's going to happen. I feel like it's going to happen. It just when is it going to happen, and what's the reaction going to be like when he finally hits it, you know? I want to see what's the words going to be there, because I feel like if he goes, you know, he goes in with that same mentality that Courage got carried, he's going to be like, this is how you do it without getting carried, you know? And that's going to that's going to be another thing to fucking add fire to the fuel, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll move on from there. It was a little lengthy conversation. Speaking of, you know, streamers, they're having a rough time, and I don't blame them, because your boy was actually a victim of what they're trying to boycott. Twitch streamers are organizing a boycott of the platform in protest of hate raids that have been affecting marginalized streamers for some time now. So I'll go into a quick story, okay, because we're almost out of time. I streamed on YouTube, was doing arenas, ranked on Apex, profiles. I have alerts and stuff, right? So one of my profiles on my mini feed was the N-word, right? It was a name that was designed to be spelled like the N-word. To give you guys a brief synopsis of how it actually sounded, it was the nickname, right, of Nicholas, right, whatever you want to call the nickname, Nicholas Kerr.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how people are calling me, right? I looked at it. I knew better. I said Nicholas, thank you. And then another account started to do that. And then another account started to do that. And it kept doing it to the point where it started to piss me off. It started to abuse the situation. A lot of people thought it was one of my subscribers that was in on it, because he would leave and come back, and then magically he knew the person that was coming to with their racist people things, and it started a whole thing, right? Now, these guys are complaining about it on Twitch. Now, another interesting story, okay? I don't like to involve myself in stories because sometimes it doesn't happen to me, but this one actually did. The complaint was because of a name that they see in their chat, right? And they have to block the guy because he is doing these hate raids, okay? Hate raids is when they do that. They go to your comment section, they type the N-word, they type a bunch of shit, okay? The name of this account, and I currently have it on my thing, I'm going to screenshot it for you, is F-O-R-E, Gathers, okay? You saw that name on there, you followed, you said thank you, and then a bunch of hate, N-words, homophobic slurs, and stuff like that come out. And then the person that gets in trouble isn't the person that said it on the account. It's that person who reports the comment, and then Twitch comes, and then they yell at the person for not having their moderators, if they have any moderators. not remove such a hateful comment, you know?
Yeah.
So these guys are doing it because, you know, it's enough. Enough is enough. I'm gonna keep speaking for the streamers because I've dealt with this stuff. We should not get in trouble because people want to be funny. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a time and joke for everything. This is not a thing to joke about. I don't want to get in trouble because I pronounced a name that somebody strategically spelt out a way so it could say something that I don't want to say, you know?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be getting in trouble for thanking a subscriber. This should always fall back on the person that makes the accounts, okay? If you commented the N-word, I shouldn't get in trouble because you commented the N-word. And my moderators, if I have any, did not remove it.
Yeah, totally agree.
So that's what they're bitching about. They're going on strike for a day.
September 1st.
Yep, the platform September 1st, which is in a couple days, I believe. Maybe like a week out, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this overall?
I think it's a good start.
Right.
Because, you know, by doing this, it's gonna hit the company's pockets.
Right. Not just their pockets either. The other company too.
Yeah, so this is going to hopefully make them start, you know, acting fair. Because I'm with you. This is not fair for the streamer to get bitched at for something that wasn't even his fault.
Yeah.
So hopefully they see some changes, and fucking the company sees it, agrees to make a difference, and yeah, we'll see. Is there a lot of people that are gonna do this or not?
Right now, we don't know, right? A lot of people have already chimed in or RSVP'd early. But it's a sneaky guys that don't say nothing, you know? We need to see people like Ninja and them strategically do this. I would say Shroud, whoever has a good Twitch, you know, hold, they need to, for the day, if they're going to be in solidarity, they need to do it like that, okay? Once Ninja and them start doing that shit, yeah, they're going to take a day hit. But a lot of people, like I said, they RSVP'd for the shit, but it's the sneaky people that haven't said anything that I'm looking for them to actually do, you know?
Last minute, they're gonna pop up.
Right, last minute. Even just lie. If you don't want to even say, like, hey, you know, guys, I'm going to the beach.
Yeah, not
You know, say something like that. So,
yeah.
I'm ready to see the solidarity, but yeah, I just don't feel like we should be getting in trouble because of somebody else, you know? That's like you, or let's say me, as a citizens of the United States. Am I going to get in trouble because these fucking assholes? I know it's funny, but am I going to get in trouble because these assholes raided the Capitol? You know,
No.
That's what I'm saying. Are we as people going to get in trouble? Are as people of Congress going to get in trouble that weren't involved? Okay, because there were people that were involved.
Yeah.
Are we going to get in trouble because these assholes did what the fuck they wanted to do? No, like it's them.
Get the people that are doing it, the fucking bitching.
Yeah, get
Give it to
those
them.
assholes. Get them. So they're doing that. I would say I would participate in the boycott, but listen, I don't stream on Twitch. But you know, if I have a stream scheduled, right? Because I'm currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah.
If I do have one, you know what? I'm gonna politely cancel the stream for that day. Okay, just for that day. Okay.
Yeah.
Just to be in solidarity, okay? All right, moving on. We got two more topics to answer, then we are out of here, okay?
Yeah, buddy.
Speaking of Twitch, you know, this, you know, big female star, you know, I might have said some words about her. And, you know, even though I say words, at the end of the day, they're words, you know? A lot of people are actually on the other side of the spectrum and really don't like this person, and you know, they showed it pretty much loud and clear, okay? Arson has been suspected after House of Twitch's biggest female star catches fire. I don't know how to say her name, okay? But her name was Caitlin Amoranth Sigarusa. Okay? She's a fiery little redhead that does the fucking hot tub shit, that did all the ear licking ASMR.
Okay.
Her, right? Her house seemed to have caught fire. Okay. Nobody knew nothing. They thought it was maybe lightning. They thought it was maybe some other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now a lot of stuff has pinpointed to be by arson. Strongly suspected that it might be arson. Okay. Luckily, she says she's okay. She says the fur babies, who are her dogs or pets, are also okay as well. Now, how do you feel about this?
How do I feel about her shit burning or what?
So it's arson, meaning two things. It means somebody either went over there and tried to burn this bitch down to the ground, or she did it herself.
Well, there's both of those scenarios sound very, very possible.
Right.
And wouldn't be surprised if either one happened. For one, if somebody came and, try to do that for her, knowing how people, I've been reading a little bit of, this, how people feel about her. So I wouldn't be surprised if some fucking mad asshole tried to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wouldn't feel surprised if she was the one who caused it to get clout.
Yeah, and it would just add on to the clout that she has, the victim card. Yeah, it would add on to that. That's why I threw that in there in the mix. It's all allegedly, but it's always okay to add that in there.
Yeah, because you never know what these people will do for fucking, for internet fame and be like, oh, how the fuck do I get on the news? Look at this. Boom.
Right.
So,
yeah. So she's already been swatted as well, too. You know what swatting is?
No.
So some troll calls the police, says there's a fake non-existent threat, and they go over there and they send SWAT to break the fucking door and rip everything in the house and search everything for drugs, child pornography, serial killer type of shit, bomb scare, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
So they did that to her. Let me tell you something. They need to work on that too. That's another reason why people are doing these these Twitch strikes. This is another reason too. It's not just because of the hate raids. A lot of people are actually tired of getting swatted, bro. Like XQZ was swatted before he got banned again.
Does shit happen so often to them, or what?
It happens too often, bro. Like there was even a situation. It's kind of scary, There was a situation where homeboy got swatted. Fucking got up with the remote in his hand. They thought it was a gun. They killed him.
Damn.
Yeah. So it happens like that, even though it's a slim chance. But I mean, you're at home playing video games. You're streaming. You're having a good time, and just one of these jokers do something to get your IP address, and boom, you're a fucking victim, bro. You're on the news. And not even in the best way, Everybody knows who you are, and they go to your channel after you die, and it's getting worse. That's why I don't like to stream as often, because I feel like I would be the victim of swatting, and I don't look like the friendliest person. I'm like 6'3", like 380, like I'm up there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'll fuck somebody up, but I mean I just don't want it to get to the point where that happens to me, because I can only imagine fools kick in and clap my shit, and then it's like, oh, he was just doing a podcast.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fucking bastard. So what are some words of advice you would give anybody for streaming? Is there a way, because you're a computer guy, okay? You know all this stuff. Is there a way that you could prevent people from finding your IP address, or is it just like unpreventable?
I think it's unpreventable. I mean, once you hit the net, it's just some asshole is always going to be able to fucking get your info, regardless of how, safety and all these precautions you try to take. I think it's being on the internet you're throwing away your privacy card.
Yeah, right out the fucking window. Yep.
Yeah. So regardless of how, I don't care what anybody says and how all these VPNs and all these masking my fucking IP address, no matter how many fucking methods you have to fucking hide shit, there's still some assholes that are fucking smarter than you that will fucking get that.
Right.
And it's these fucking assholes that fucking, that sit at home, they play games. If the FBI can get hacked by fucking random ass dudes, what makes you think a fucking streamer is safe?
Yeah, even the government, like recently with the
Yeah.
pipeline hacks, like that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, for streaming, just be careful what the fuck, you fucking post. And I feel like a lot of negative attention comes from, I guess, jealousy. And like for this chick, I mean, the hot tub shit, like I imagine people are fucking losing their shit because of how much money she's getting of stupid ass content that she puts out,
Right.
and wonder why the fuck they're not doing that. So
Yeah.
I feel like the threads and all that it's more of a, whoever's doing them is more of a, they hate their state in life that they have to fucking do this kind of things to make them feel better about themselves.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like I was like, me and you have said some shit. Like we don't like necessarily agree, but I'm not gonna go burn her house. Like I've even said at the end of my segment, like,
Yeah.
listen, go get your money. Okay, you're doing great. Like, fantastic for you. But like, I don't necessarily agree with how you're getting it, but you're getting it. So I can't really, I can't hate too much.
Yeah, there comes a point where you can just fucking talk shit, but start wishing harm on others is another level.
Right. Yeah. And it like I said, like and that's a dangerous thing. Well, not only just the internet, bro. It like just gaming in general and recording gameplay, because you could do a nasty trick shot, a nasty KO, a nasty touchdown. You can break
Yeah.
somebody's ankles in 2K and dunk on them. You post to the internet, bro, and if these guys just like follow you or they know who you are, they see themselves get posterized in such a way, I do feel like that's gonna resonate in their head, bro, and they're gonna try to go out and kill you. I really do. I always tell my lady,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Don't ever answer the door. And when she says why, I was like, you know what? Because I'm always teabagging people. Like I'm always laughing, having a good time, making jokes. You know what I'm saying? Posting shit on the internet, making a TikTok or a promotional clip for Twitter or Instagram. And I was like,
Yeah.
and one of these days, these assholes are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's how you fucking feel, and then just go to your house and try to
Yeah.
take your life because you beat them at a video game.
Yeah.
We've seen this happen with the guy that died. Rest in peace to him. He beat this guy at a Madden tournament, the live Madden tournament. Homie came back from the car, fucking started killing the guy, shot him.
Damn.
The guy that beat him in the tournament
Over a fucking game. Crazy.
over a game. So we'll move on from that. Yeah, like I was hoping that you gave a little more insight, but like I was like, you know a lot about computers, you know a lot about IP addresses and shit. So I had to ask you because like it seems like these guys. Like I said, besides swatting, the arson shit or the fucking, the what's the shit when they go out there and they like peeping Tom,
Oh yeah.
trying to see her naked and shit, like people just do like dumb shit. So I thought there was a way you can give us some tips, to avoid that.
I mean, it's just fucking. There's really no fucking tips. Honestly, it's just, just by having a fucking phone, you're already losing a lot of shit. And I don't care what you say. Like, oh, I have a fucking Android or Apple. My shit is safe because Google doesn't do this or Apple doesn't do this. Regardless, they're both big ass companies. You're not safe with either.
Yeah, that's true
And
too.
especially not fucking safe being on the internet and fucking streaming where they can see your face. And people are fucking, they're weird because they look at every fucking detail. If you take that camera and glimpse it at your window for, all innocent, they fucking see you. They try to inspect the whole fucking picture frame.
Yeah, to see where you live. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like it's not geometry or like geography or something. It's something like that because there was a G.I. Joe movie. It was like, well, how did you find me? It's like I looked at the picture and the trajectory of the shadow with the sun at this time, and like they found him like that, and I was like, what the fuck? And I remember I sent somebody a picture. I think I sent you the picture, but I sent somebody else I knew a picture of how the sunlight looked on my shit because sometimes it looks nice, the back of my patio.
Oh yeah.
I sent him the picture and he's like, "Oh, you live over there at blank blank." And I was like, "Damn, like how the fuck did you know?" And he was like, "Oh, I saw in the picture right here. I recognize these houses and this stuff right here." And I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
Like,
it's wild.
whoa, like this is not like, let me take this photo down because like people don't like me. Let me take this shit down,
Yeah,
So-
people start fucking inspecting everything extra hard.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, this looks like a high photo, so he's on the top floor." Oh my god, like,
Yeah, it's. I mean, when you come into the streaming world, I think it's hard to be extra, cautious. I mean, you can do everything you can, but it'll. I don't know. You're still vulnerable, no matter who you are.
right?
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I recently too. We'll get off of the topic and then we'll go to the last one real quick. Kanye released Drake's address real quick in a post and delete, and this fool Drake just laughs, and I'm
I
like,
read that
that's
shit.
fucked up. Like this fool fucking gave his address. Like you know who Drake is? Oh
yeah.
my! I was like, poor guy.
What was Drake's reaction?
He was laughing, but he was probably in his mind. He was probably remembering the back shots he was giving Kim Kardashian that one night. So, yeah, we'll leave that there. Okay, we'll move on. But yeah, that reminded me of that situation. The last
Too funny.
topic, and then we're out of here. Okay, sorry I kept you late. There was a lot of shit today. Okay, a lot of topics, but nonetheless, the last one. It's really short. Spiltgate developers confirmed that they're staying in open beta. How do you feel about
So
that?
what does that? So what does that mean exactly?
So open beta means that they're going to keep the beta and then they're going to slowly update the game until its final project.
So what was the reason for this?
So for beta originally it was for servers, so they had the capacity to entertain anybody and anyone that came over here and they wouldn't crash. Okay, so now
Right.
they're in open beta, which means they no longer have to close the game, right? They don't have to close the game, down any hype that's with the game right now currently. They keep it open, meaning that people could buy skins for the guns, continuous revenue while they get money, and then eventually they make the game an actual full game, and they start to, come out with patches that make the game whole. I believe it's all for money, but they originally went into beta for the servers.
Okay.
So right now, as you know, you can go buy skins for guns, skins for your
Yeah.
characters, and I believe they want to keep it in open beta so they can sell all these guns and skins and shit and make a shit ton of money and then put more effort into the game or just make a profit off of it, and then eventually they're going to use that money to make the game 100% done, and then from there it'll be like a good game,
I mean, this could be good for them to get the funds to upgrade fucking equipment or just hire more people, a bigger team.
Right? Because there's
Fucking
6
selling-
developers right now.
It's fucking selling cosmetics while in beta is it's pretty touching, and
Right.
people are gonna, of course, they're gonna fucking buy it.
Yeah. It's similar to, I want to say, Red Dead Redemption when they got the multiplayer online.
Yeah.
It was in beta, right? And then it stayed in beta until they were done with the completed online, and then they opened it with a bunch of shit that people could buy. Obviously, that's Rockstar. That's not Spiltgate and their community, right? The
Yeah.
the 1047 games.
Yeah.
So I think it's a smart idea. Cuz Lighter said it was a bad idea. I thought it was a good idea to earn income. It prevents the game from the hype dying down. But like me and you talked about earlier, I feel like the game needs a part 2 already. So hopefully if they do generate enough money, they work on a repackaged look of the game, and then the game becomes normal, and hopefully, it's one of those games, that you can't put down. I'm certainly hyped about the game.
Yeah, and I mean this open beta is just gonna is basically just going to have the gamers bust out with all the bugs it has so they can fix them.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
So by keeping it in beta, the longer feedback they get, the better the game could get.
Yeah, more feedback, more money,
Yeah.
more players, more hype. Because I feel like if they would close the game, right? It's like, would you want to close it now when Apex and Warzone are kind of like, in the balance of losing all their players,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea. I didn't ask Cuz Lightyear to elaborate, but yeah, he didn't really seem too fond of them doing that. He said it was a terrible idea, but I think like you even said, I didn't even think about the feedback. I thought it mainly more about the money, but feedback plus money. I mean, come on now, it works by itself, you know?
Yeah, it's a way of keeping the public, a community interacting with the company and being like, hey, you know what, we were like this and that, blah blah blah. Since this is in beta, even if something fucks up, it's a way to fix it while fucking setting cosmetics at the same time.
Right. Yeah. That's another good thing too.
Now,
Yeah.
if they fucking milk this and fucking stretch it, then yeah, that's it gets to a point where you're just like, you know what, fucking release the game.
Yeah.
Get out of fucking beta. But then again, fucking Fortnite weren't they in fucking beta for a long ass time and fucking selling cosmetics too?
Yeah, I think it's almost even eerily the same. You know, I think it's almost the same way. Among
Yeah,
Us, yeah,
yeah,
Fall Guys.
see how long it fucking lasted in beta and then how big that fucking game got.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited. It's pretty fun. I haven't touched the game in a little while, but I've been busy and I've been trying to get my Elgato game capture fixed. Shout out to them. They might have fixed it. Hopefully. We'll see right now after this podcast. Okay?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, man. We are done. Silencer, we held you a little too long, man. There was a bunch of shit to talk about. One more thing for me, man. What is your tips for today?
If you're gonna, stream, build yourself a little room and block all fucking personal shit that you don't want people see, and hide yourself.
Right.
It'll be good to have a little room where you can block everything. Put a fucking big ass green screen in the back. So put a different background. That way you don't have to worry about they might see the fucking window showing certain street or angle. You're good.
Yeah, like how I have my stream set up. All right, guys, and similar to Spiltgate, if you want to marry the chick or be in a relationship for a really long time and make sure that it's successful, instead of being in an open beta, you should be in an open relationship until you figure out all your problems with the current relationship. And then, seal the deal once you figure out all the problems.
Take all her cosmetics.
All of it. All the cosmetics, okay? You need them. They might give you the competitive edge in the relationship.
All the experience. All the XP points.
The XP. Oh, man. And with that being said, guys, my name is Clinton Spreewell.
My name's Silencer.
I'm out.
Killing Spree 37.
Give me some chon chon.
The champion of the world, Killing Spree 37.